Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War eagle flying over Jordan-Hare skies. Hotty toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Gators in the swamp, chomping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer Sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score.
What it do? What it do?
What's up? What's
Yeah.
up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Ted's in the
Everybody.
Ferrari. Ted's in the Ferrari.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How everybody doing today, man? How everybody doing today?
Awesome, baby.
It's
Man,
happening,
you
my good
already
people.
know.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I was thinking Nick was coming back in after the intro, but I guess he's still working on something. So
That's
guess
what's
we're
up.
gonna kick it off, man. Today we got our boy Auburn. Tez is in the building. How you, Tez? How you?
Man, I'm pretty good. Guess what? I'm
What's up?
in Auburn.
What?
Actually, in
Ah, what a wonderful
Hey.
place to be.
yeah, man. I love the way the air breathes when you're undefeated. It's undefeated. It's undefeated air. Just it's so clean, man. It's just,
Yeah,
I
man,
love it.
that's rare air.
Then we got
about that
from
kind of
Auburn Addicts, we got our boy DC Unk in the building. How you doing today, man?
Man, what up, man? I'm ready. I'm hyped, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go against some 2 high safeties this Saturday, man. Put this pass, man, get it going, baby. Let's go,
Hey,
man.
all right, with that being said, do you think we're going to throw the ball against these high safeties this week, or we're going to
Hey,
run the ball?
listen, man. I'm telling the coach, whoever the opposing coach is with this FCS team, I'm like, hey, man, you know we homeboys. What I need you to do is give me a 2 high safety look all day, baby. We're gonna make it a game in the first quarter. If I 21 you, I need you to set some stuff up for me for the future, homie. Put me some 2 high safeties. We're gonna practice this pass game. Yeah, we're going pass against 2 high safety this week.
Okay.
Man. We got to, man. We got to.
All right, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Water Cooler Talk. Man, and follow us on Twitter at The Coolest Pod 23. And you can email us at wctpod@gmail.com. And also follow us on Facebook at The Water Cooler Talk Podcast. You can listen on any of your podcast stations that you listen to. And, you know, Tez, DC,
What's going on, man?
it's a good week.
I feel you, bro.
It's a good week. Oh,
feels
and
like it,
by
man.
the way, this is a call-in show. So you can call in and express how happy y'all are. Because I'm happy. I'm pumped up. It's a good week. It's a good
week, man.
Tomorrow, come in the locker room with my boy Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, come hang out with us
Yes.
in the reaction show.
Us.
I can't forget that.
Yes.
So, it's going to be a good weekend, man. Action packed. So, first off, I want to know how y'all feel about this Ball State game, man. I start with you, Ted. Okay, all right, my boy put it up. The locker room, come in the locker room with us.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Nick SBN.
Oh yeah, he gonna have all the stats at halftime. He gonna give you an in-game analysis, and he gonna tell you what we doing right and what we doing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
you see us come holler at us. Me, they call me the mayor. Then they got my boy Auburn Ted. Then they got Unc in the building at the Tiger event. Come see us with us at Auburn Addicts TV on YouTube, baby. It's going down tomorrow after the game. It's going down tomorrow after the game.
Yes, sir.
But all right, back to the conversation at hand. Ted, man, how you feel about tomorrow, man?
Man, I feel pretty good, man. I listen, it's Ball State. Ball State is not a good team. And I think that after that game at Baylor, which I think was a tougher game than we gave it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
This was a touchdown game late in the game. It's a tougher game we get the credit for. I think that this is exactly what this team needs, is a team that they can route, that we can get the second string in there. We can see some Deuce Knights. We can see some Ashton Daniels in the second half. We can see some of these young cats, and I'm excited to see what they provide and see who's next up for Auburn football. This is a pivotal game, man. Like I said, I'm excited about it. Because in the past, man, we haven't beat these type of teams handily, if that makes sense. So a lot of times we come in and we look pedestrian against teams like this, and then we never get to see the backups. So this is a game I'm looking forward to because I feel like we can beat the brakes off this team, and in the second half, we can get our second guys, our young guys, opportunities to come in and develop. Like I said, development happens on the field for me. So that's what I want to see. That's what I'm excited about the most is seeing these young cats get in there and develop.
Ted, I got a question. We're gonna come back to that, but I want to ask DC how he feel before I ask you my question. DC, how you feel about the game this weekend?
Yeah, man. Just like I said, man. This is a stat padding game to me, man. Get the wide receivers happy because the wide receivers didn't get a lot of touches, man. So first thing I'm going to is my wide receivers, all of them, bro. I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get them all over 100 yards, man, so they can all be happy, man. They were good sports about the running game. At the end of the game, they were smiling, happy. They were all about team. So this week and next week, man, if possible, man, I'm just going straight to the receivers, man. I'm padding stats. I'm getting their stats up.
All right,
Gotta keep them guys happy.
DC, you said 100 yards for all of them. So
100 yards for everybody. I'm having like Oprah. 100 yards for you, 100 yards for you, 100 yards for you. Everybody getting 100 yards if they pass it.
All right. So my question to you guys is, how many quarters do you think Jackson Arnold plays?
Hopefully 2. Hopefully we see him, 2 quarters, halftime. He's not in. He doesn't come back in the third. That's what I would want to see. And like I said, I bring up this guy a lot in this program a lot down there in Tuscaloosa, but I only bring them up because they've been successful. And I remember with their quarterbacks when they had Jalen and Tua and Mac Jones, that's what they would do. Second half, you saw a lot of Tua when Jalen was starting. That's why it was the no-brainer to throw him in at the end of when they threw him in. At the end of the season to kind of save the day because they had seen it already. So that's what I'm hoping. Second half, we can get a good 3. We can get Deuce Knight in the third quarter, maybe on to half of the fourth, and then get Ashton Daniels for the rest of that. I want to see a good quarter of Deuce Knight. So I'm thinking second half, hopefully, we can get Jackson Arnold out of there.
Okay. Yeah, bro. If we see Jackson Arnold pass halftime, man, that's not good. That's not a, if we see him pass halftime, that is not good, man. So I'm the same, man. Halftime, get him out of there. Let us see the future, man. Let us start this quarterback controversy, man.
well, that's a great statement, DC, because that leads me into my next question. Okay. What's underachieving for Auburn in this game?
That's a good question.
Underachieving, man. If underachieving 30 35 to 40 plus points. If they score less than that, that's underachieving, man. I'm looking for a 60 piece, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? I'm looking for 50, 60 points, man, for real.
I'm gonna be counting the number of 3 and outs. Hopefully we don't have any. You know, that'll be against this team. We shouldn't have any. But the number of 3 and outs is what I'm gonna be counting. We should score every time we got the football.
Absolutely.
We should score every time we had a football in this game.
Yeah.
And if we don't, I'm not too big like turnovers, because turnovers happen, right? Sometimes somebody gonna let go of the ball. Sometimes you're gonna throw the ball, you know, and somebody gonna pick it off. Like you're gonna make these mistakes. I'm not really too big on that unless it's just like a ton of them. But 3 and outs. What are we doing on third down? We should be able to run the football if we wanted to and just get out of this game and win it 35, 40 to nothing, 50 to nothing. Like we should be able to put up big numbers in this game and without taking a bunch of risk, you know? So that's what I want to see, man.
And I say that to say too, as far as what I would do too, man, I would let McPherson rest, man. Wouldn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? I put Cobb on the shelf, wouldn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the backup kicker some time, man. Let him kick all the field goals, you know, point after everything, man. I'm wearing these backup kickers' legs out Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Let McPherson rest, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do too.
All right. We talked a lot about our defense in the first game. What would be a red flag that you would be worried about if you've seen it in this game from our defense, even though the competition level is not what we think it is? So if you see our defense, I say, fall in any kind of way, what would concern you guys?
Man, if they give up over 21 points, man, I'm concerned. Seriously. And then if I see the continued us dropping, you know, 8 and not covering anybody, that would be really concerning to me, man. Is it, you know, rush 3, drop 8, and they still, if they're, you know, tearing our zone apart, man, then yes, I'm concerned.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, tackling. If we cannot get these guys on the ground, then I know it's a tackling problem on our end. Because I've said in several you know podcast episodes since that Baylor game that hey, this Baylor offense with Jake Spavital is designed to get us in space and make us make open field tackles. And it did exactly what it was designed to do, to the tune of 400 yards. If that continues against this Ball State team, we can't get them on the ground. I know we have a huge problem on our defense when it comes to tackling, and we need to get guys in the game that are going to tackle. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see some wrapping up. I want to see some sure tackling. I want to see some big hits, some collisions, some car accidents out there. Is what I'm looking for. If I don't see that, I'm gonna be looking at Dirk and like, hey man, hey, you got an exotic defense, but you ain't teach no fundamentals. So that's what I want to see.
Let me ask y'all this, man, and maybe I didn't recall correctly, but in that game, it doesn't seem like the corners themselves gave up a lot of passing yards. It seems like it was back, the nickelback.
Yeah,
those were like gave up the points.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Okay.
I agree, because when Strada got on that island, he played pretty good. Ken Lee played pretty good on that island. Outside played pretty good. It's like you said, it was the outside linebacker, the nickel. It came up like Ted said, Caleb Harris missed a key assignment one time. So it's just like you said, the outside I wasn't really too worried about it.
Yeah. So I wonder if we see any changes, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, man, put straight at the nickelback, man. You know, get him on the field.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be, like I said, I don't think it'll be that. You'll see that a lot more because it's not a lot of teams with a Michael Trigg.
I agree, man. I agree.
I really think that this dude is an NFL prospect playing college football right now. And they used him in a very particular way in that game, where if they didn't get the matchup that they wanted with Michael Trigg, they knew that there was a matchup somewhere else in the slot that they could take advantage of, whether it was Hawkins or anywhere. For example, what I'm saying is, in the situations where they split Michael Trigg out wide and we put a nickel corner on him, they knew that they had a linebacker on Hawkins in the slot on the other side, and that was a mismatch. So like that's kind of like the chess game that I want to see, and I want to see I want to see this defense taking advantage of that. And also, man, who is our coverage linebackers? That's what I want to see. I saw Warrior get taken advantage of a lot. But I want to see DeMarcus Riddick out there covering, right? I think he's got the athleticism and the speed to cover in open space. Put him out there wide when they split out tight ends out wide. Put DeMarcus Riddick on him instead of Wood, you know. And I love to see what that look like. I mean, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't make $6 million a year to coordinate a defense.
I need
just what I'm seeing in hindsight, man. I would love to see them improve on that.
Well, like you said, I want to see Riddick get better with open field tackling though, because he got away with it. He got away with a face man that they let him slide on. But Riddick got to me for him to take that next step. I need to see him get a whole lot better with that open field tackling.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do. I think he is a better cover corner than Williams. I do think that.
Right.
And man, in zone, man, they gotta learn to the concept of a zone. They are in position, but if you look at it closely, man, it's like they're not passing off correctly. You know what I'm saying? It's like people enter their zone, and it's like they're like one step slow to start, and then it's like they're trailing through their zone, and then they're not passing off correctly, man. So I don't know if it's conceptually what they're doing, or if they're just reacting real slow, or if they don't practice it a lot. I don't know what it is.
How do you think of that? Is just it being the first game, DC?
And it might be that, but it's like, man, they struggled with the same thing last year.
That's
They
very
struggled with the same thing, rushing 3, dropping 8, giving up big plays, man. And it was several like big plays, and I don't want to harp on the negative, but it is just what it is. There were several big plays where you had down and distance, man, 1st and 20s, and the same thing in the Arkansas game, the 3rd and 18s. That's the thing I didn't want to see, but it's like that thing is carried over to the first game, man, and hopefully DJ Durkin, can get that straight. Hugh Freeze said he was like, man, he should have played one high and bracketed more. So he was like, well, we already had a conversation, so you was all over that, man.
Yeah,
it's a conversation.
I tell you what, man, like for the life of me, man, I don't understand why we can't play zone defense. And this is not just a DJ Durkin problem. This has been a problem for a while. Like we struggled as zone. We've excelled. Even you look back into the Carlton Davis days, we are a man-to-man defense.
Yes.
Like this is what we do. We get athletes, we recruit athletes with elite measurables, and we put them on the field, and we tell them that's your man in front of you. Don't let him breathe. Right, and we excel at that. Zone coverage is usually our weakness. I wonder. I don't know. I have to do a study on this, but I have to do some research on this. But I would venture to say that like zone coverage is a lot of times you get continuity. When you see continuity on defense, you see good zone defenses. And so what I'm saying is like a Kirby Smart. That defensive staff has been together for a while. They play excellent zone defense at Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It just as a concept. I mean, man-to-man defense is kind of it is what it is. You cover this man, you don't let him breathe. Like we've been doing that since. It's not a person here or in the chat that has never played man-to-man defense in some sort in their life, whether it's backyard football or in the house or whatever. You played man-to-man defense before. But zone defense is a different concept, and it's so nuanced that when you play in zone, one mistake is a touchdown. Like, so, and you have to tackle. You have to be able to tackle to play good zone defense. So. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Auburn where we struggle with that, but we seem to excel in man-to-man defense.
We do, man.
Because the thing about that is, Tez, at Auburn, we always have a stud linebacker in those situations that you can blitz in that man-to-man defense to cause a lot of confusion. Right now, we trying to figure out who that guy is.
Atkins, bro. Atkins, bro.
Do you think we haven't generated enough pass rush to be effective in zone? You think that's it?
Man, they were doing quick releases though. They were hitting the hot man, bro.
Yeah.
They were,
I think
you know what I'm saying? They were
was-
hitting the hot man on the slant, bro, and was killing us. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't
think
know
they
if we
quick
just
game
need to jam on the
neutralized
line. I don't know. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm sorry.
No, I think they quick game neutralized that pass rush as much as
It
it
did.
possibly could, but we still got 4 sacks out of the situation, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to really judge on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as we get closer, or as we get into SEC play, we're gonna have to get some type of blitz type pass rush going. The rushing 3 ain't gonna get it.
Right. It's a time and a place for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would tell you this, like, a lot of people, I know here in the chat we complain about the rushing 3 a lot, and I get it. But I would tell y'all this from a defensive standpoint, man, so many teams that are doing that now. Like we are not the only team that are just rushing 3 and dropping 8. Every single fan base is complaining about the same thing. It seems to be the new thing to do on defense. And sometimes it's beneficial. Sometimes it's not. Like I think we don't. This year it hasn't been beneficial. Sometimes last year hasn't been beneficial. I mean, I think the glaring one was the 4th and 31, I think.
Jesus, man.
But I question people about that game, man, because if you look at that game, honestly, if you look at 2 plays before that, Jalen Miro almost scored. We rushed, we blitzed him. He almost scored a touchdown with his legs. So if you're a defensive coordinator in that situation, you're thinking like, man, he just almost scored a touchdown. It's only a couple seconds left. I'm just gonna drop 8 because I don't want him to be able to use his legs at all. I'm just gonna drop 8. Now, what you're not accounting for is a man to be 1-on-1 in the corner of the end zone. If you got 9 defenders,
yeah, man.
in the end zone.
Yeah.
Right? So like it's an execution error. It's not actually the play. I don't in that situation. I don't necessarily have a huge problem with the play.
No, I
just
agree.
simply, but you gotta if you're gonna put 8, 9 in the end zone, bro, you have to execute that defense properly.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I agree with that, bro. It's like I like to say, I don't think it's the call more so. If you look at intra play, bro, it's just the execution of it. It's like that man with it being 4th down and 31. And you know what I'm saying? You know the quarterback, once he run across the line, all you got to do is go up and tackle. So everybody should have been forward facing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trailing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gotta be forward face. It's like that execution is like maybe they didn't coach it good enough, but I don't have a problem with the call. It's more so the execution of what they're doing in the play that's and making it look really bad.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You drop 8. You're protecting yourself against the pass in the zones, and also every eye on defense is in the backfield at that point. So
Supposedly.
even if they do run the ball, like you should have some people quick to it. So I understand it, but like when it doesn't work, it looks bad on TV. It looks bad.
I agree, but do you have a lot of people dropping 8? But do you have the personnel to drop 8?
Yes, man. We got the personnel to drop 8, bro.
I agree. I'm just saying.
And for me, man, dropping 8, I don't know. And I'm talking, like I said, I don't get paid a ton of money to be a defensive coordinator. I can only tell you about how I do when I play the video game. When I'm dropping 8, it's as a surprise. It's not like as a method of it's not as a method of defense. It's like I'm going to show blitz. And then I'm going to drop 8. I'm trying to catch you off guard with that. I'm not necessarily using that as one of my base defenses. So I don't know. I think maybe the timing of the play call sometimes, is kind of questionable. But yeah, I mean, everybody's doing it. Listen, I appeared on a couple podcasts. I was over there talking to the Bama people. They complain about the same thing. Right now, they're complaining that Kane Womack is only rushing 3 and dropping 8. I think it's like the new meta in college football, so to speak. It's just everybody's doing it, man.
Yeah, but for those, when it works, it's good. But it's just like for us in Bama, obviously, man, it's not working. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. Well, guys, so it's time to go ahead and get these official predictions. So, I'm itching to know what's y'all official stat line prediction for this game for Jackson Arnold and his receivers, and what y'all think that stat line gonna be like?
That's an interesting one. I don't think he's gonna play in the second half, but I'm gonna give Jackson Arnold a big day throwing the ball because I think that they make it a. I think they force some passes in this game. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think they force some passes down the field. I'm gonna say Jackson Arnold ends with. I don't know. Just to make up a number, 17 passes for. I say he hits like 12 of them. For a little under 200 yards, like 180 something.
Yeah,
I think that's a number. Maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns in that too.
Yeah. I think it's under 20 passing attempts for Jackson Arnold since he's playing a half, and then maybe he may get to 200, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna see a lot of dudes tonight, but I think we're gonna see the receivers play past halftime, and they'll play. I think they'll play the whole game though.
I think the defense is gonna go absolutely mad,
and I think we see a lot of Omar Mapson.
Yeah.
I think we see a lot of Omar Mapson.
Because Damari's out.
Damari's out, and you got to bro Cobb. He had some hard rushing runs and hard rushing yards. Him and Amari did, man. They ran hard. So with him, man, I would give him a few touches. Give him a few touches. Pass some stats a little bit. But man, I'm going with Omar. Man, you might see some Mr. 10,000 yards Saturday too. I would just let them. Once I kind of get comfortable, I'll just let them guys take over and rest Cobb, man. Well, you might say we forgetting about Robinson. We forgetting about. So he'll probably run. Him and Omar will probably run Saturday.
So I got a question though. Like, how long? I mean, just not an opinion, but do you guys know how long Damari is out?
I think it's just a rest game, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's just a rest game.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. If Cobb looks good.
Yeah, you're right, Tez.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Cobb, I feel like we talked about Damari before, just how his running style is now, just like pretty much straight down the middle, head down, 2 hands on the football, getting as many yards as he can, which I don't have I don't have a problem with. But I still think that Cobb is dynamic, man. And this is a game where you can see that happening, man. Where you can see Cobb break some big ones. And if he does that, I'd be interested to see who gets that starting nod come South Alabama.
Ooh.
Who's the first person with a touch out of the backfield against South Alabama? It's going to be interesting.
What about you, Nick? What you think that stat line going to look like?
We'll see, man. We'll see. Don't really think there's anything we're gonna learn from this game, to be honest with you. But there's always the opportunity that Auburn can come in this game and mess it up. There's always that opportunity.
And that's learning a lot, man. We don't mess it up
because of the simple fact. Because I think one thing that a lot of people miss, I missed a lot of the show, so I don't know what y'all said. I was watching a little bit, but I couldn't hear. I was very small.
We said some amazing stuff, bro.
I think one thing that we are missing out on is Kyle Kelly, quarterback for Ball State. Is a dual threat quarterback. He's a running quarterback, and that is something that Auburn defenses have had a problem with for the past couple of years. So once he gets loose, and if he has the opportunity to pull the ball down and run, that potentially could be a problem for Auburn in this game. Quay Magwood actually hit the transfer portal last year. They actually got him back to come in. It's probably their top wide receiver that he's going to be looking at all game long, including Ty Robinson. So, they got playmakers on the outside. It's just the fact of the matter is, the offensive line is not up to par. Quarterback is a dual threat. He's he's a decent passer, not somebody that you're gonna sit back and be like, I'm worried about or anything like that. But they do got some athletes on the outside that can, when they get the ball, if they get the ball and they can make a move or two, they can make something happen. So I look at this game and I know we sit here and talk about who's gonna play in the second half and who's gonna how long Jackson Arnold might play and how long and things stuff like that. But I just look at it and I'm looking at Kelly and I'm like, Kelly is a dual threat. And if he can extend some plays with his legs, he can make it interesting early and have Auburn fans kind of worried at the beginning. Like, oh, here we go again. But I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen, in my opinion. I don't foresee it because I think overall Ball State's defense is not great. And things and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll see it. But if I had to say, man, I'd probably say Jackson Arnold somewhere around, I don't know, we'll probably maybe 150 yards passing, maybe in that range.
Right.
Could hit 200. Do we see? I don't think we see another 100-yard rushing game from him in this game, just because of the fact that
you don't have to.
Yeah, that part. He's not gonna have to. I think we should see the pass offense kind of open up there, and we should see some guys in the offense make some spectacular plays. But I'm not worried about the defense, but I'm interested in seeing how they handle a mobile quarterback this year. That's my thing.
Yeah, Nick, I agree with you, man. I want to see more so the plan. What is the plan for a mobile quarterback? Who is the spy? Who is the person who's responsible for that? I want to see what that is going forward, because we're going to face the mobile quarterbacks that have excellent offensive lines. Let's just be clear.
Exactly.
This kid is going to have to be Superman in order to pull off some plays with that offensive line. And I'm telling you, like, this defensive line, they should overwhelm this team to the point
I agree,
of the coach waving white flag and saying, "Hey, we just gonna throw screens or something, like we just gonna call a game plan to keep our players safe," because I just don't think they had the horses up front to be able to keep us off of their quarterback.
This should be a game for the edges right here, Ted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that kid performs well, he should be on some list.
Yeah,
they're not gonna have much.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying they're not gonna have much to protect them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the defense probably got a chip on their shoulder, man, after what happened last weekend, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably gonna try to pitch a shutout, man, for what happened last weekend.
I think Falk get 3 sacks in this game.
Okay,
they could. I mean, kind of to Nick's point though, like I always look at these games to look at execution. Like these games tell me what the plan is, because sometimes it's harder to see the plan when you're playing against good teams, because the picture gets muddied up. They mess up the plays. We don't really know. But against a team like this, we should have a clear plan of how we want to play football.
Mm-hmm.
I remember last year against Alabama A&M, we came out and the execution looked great. And it was a statement of how we wanted to play football. We continued to that throughout the Cal game, and we didn't change that until it started going left. Then we changed up our offense. So against an inferior team, you're going to see how Hugh Freeze wants this team to look, what type of offense he wants to play, what type of defense they want to play, what is the plan for all these things. We're going to get to see a lot of that. Mm-hmm. And then we can determine whether these things will work against better teams or not. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's even though it's inferior competition, it's always interesting just to see, how they move the pieces around.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So what's our score predictions for this game, man? Don't all speak at once. Don't worry.
I got Auburn winning this game somewhere in the range of like 58-3, 63-3, somewhere in that range. If it all
56,
if it all goes well how it's supposed to go, this game should be over with by middle to end of the second quarter, going into halftime. But like I said, I always preach, man, we can't overlook the teams on our schedule. Always have to give respect to them, give respect to your opponent. As always, I'm just being completely honest with it, because if we don't, then one thing could happen to where if we don't show the respect, then next thing you know, you're in a Georgia State game again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So my thing is, what we're saying is true about Ball State. Ball State is a bad team. When we did the analysis back in the summer about Ball State, we said that then. You got a new coach, Mike Yurimovich. coming in as a new head coach. His first year there. And you talking about a team that had a lot of guys hit the transfer portal. They was able to get Quay Magwood to come back out of the portal and things and stuff like that. But it's not going to be a good team. It's not a good team this year. And if you look at it on paper, Auburn should dominate this game. But what causes teams to not dominate and do what they're supposed to do to opponents they're supposed to beat is thinking that they can just show up, and next thing you know, just show up and not do what they're supposed to do, and then next thing you know, you're in the game. So I mean, it's just the fact of this game to me is more about mental than it is physical, because honestly, I believe like Auburn is physically more talented than Ball State. But it is a mental game for Auburn, in my opinion, of just staying on the road to where you're trying to get to, and what you need to do in order to win the game. And that's what this is about.
100% agree with that.
I 100% agree, Nick. And I asked these guys before you came back, what would be some red flags for you in this game, Nick, if you seen from Auburn?
Well, check me out tomorrow in the locker room. I give you my talking points about what my we'll do. 6:15 before kickoff. You'll check me out in the locker room. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but here it is, man. The locker room. Live Auburn game watch tomorrow, man. 15 minutes before kickoff. Come chill with me in the locker room before it's over with. Come watch the game with me. Get a live react. We get your reactions, man. The chat will be going in the chat as well, man. So we appreciate that. And then right after that, check us out over there. Over on Tiger Vent with the mayor, DC Wolf, Auburn Tez. Everybody, man, we'll be over there for the official post-game reaction show after the game, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for that and for rocking out with us, man. But yeah, man, just general speaking, man, just I would say execution would be one, tackling, something like that, and then just trying to figure out exactly the mental part of the team. Like, how's this team mentally? Are they still only getting up for teams that they perceive to be big games, or are they playing to the standard of what it is to be a championship winning team and doing the little things every week in order to get to the next level and not just be satisfied with just winning one game and winning a game against Baylor, but doing everything that you're supposed to do and beating the teams you're supposed to beat and moving on along the path and respecting your opponents along the way in order to get to where you're trying to get to. That's what it is.
So you want to see execution like this is the SEC championship.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Please, man. Please.
Before you got on, I said tackling. Like, for me, I just want to see some solid tackling, just because I want to think that the reason that we was poor at tackling because Baylor was good at breaking tackles. And the only way that I'm going to be able to say that is if we tackle well in this game. If we don't tackle well in this game, my outlook on the season is going to change significantly. I'm just telling you that. If we do not tackle well in this football game against Ball State, we cannot get them to the ground. My outlook on this season is going to change significantly. And I have us at 9 games, so I'm just saying, like, if you can't tackle, man, listen, this game, I tell everybody, this game was invented before the forward pass. It's always been about blocking and tackling. If you can do those two things well, you can be in any single game against anybody. If we cannot tackle, I am worried. Tez is worried about that. We have to be able to tackle, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, DC.
So what now?
Yeah, what was your prediction?
My prediction is around 50 something to maybe like 6. You know, and then I think they emptied the clip. So if they really for real, like, and they've been playing a lot of defensive players, but if they just really get everybody playing time, man, they might get 10, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I said if they score, less than 35, man, I'm concerned with the offense. They should be this should be a game where we really put up a lot of points and a lot of stats.
This same Ball State team was shut out to Purdue. So do you think?
Right.
Purdue shut them out, man.
And that's what I was about to say with my score prediction, man. I'm thinking like 50, 60 points. And I want to see some pride from the defense and shut this team out. I want to see a 0 on the board. Now, that's not. Sometimes we know points happen. Get in field goal range. Somebody might make a 55-yarder. You never know. But I want to see defensively this defense looking as if they're aiming to shut this team out and have them leave with a goose egg. So my score prediction is going to be like 54-0.
It's a big shutout. Big shutout. It's a big shutout. Big shutout.
Big shutout.
Kind of like that, man.
Can I ask y'all something, though, man? With Baylor, man, and like we talked with on Ted's show last night, man. That was a good show, man, and just very good. I know that a lot of people, especially Alabama fans, are biased against Auburn, man, and maybe I'm kind of jaded, but I think Baylor is a pretty good team, man, especially on offense, man. I think Baylor may wind up in the Big 12 championship. They have legitimate dudes at receiver. That receiver core, I think, man, could like play in a lot of SEC teams, man. Honestly, if you look across the board at just all their receivers, those guys were dudes, man.
Yeah.
Hawkins
was real deal. Trey was real deal. Old boy was an SEC receiver. So
yeah.
So
it's
to
like
your point, DC.
Yeah, they downplaying it, man. I don't know why.
It's probably about 7 or 8 teams that can win the Big 12. Baylor's definitely one of those teams. I don't know. If I had to pick on a team, if I had to pick on anything about it, for real, offensively, even though we like what we saw from Jackson Arnold, Baylor's defense left a lot to be desired, bro. Like we should have scored 40, 50 points on them, honestly. If we would have had the passing game working along with the running game, we could have easily scored 40, 50 points on that defense. Now that offense is gonna score some points. They're gonna put up points on some people. We held them to 24, but trust me, I don't even know who I think they play SMU this week.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I would venture to say they scored more than 24 points in that game.
They beat SMU, man, that Auburn victory will look really, really good.
But SMU is gonna light them up now. That's not gonna. SMU is not gonna, have 35 points in it. It's gonna be a high scoring game. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I just think we could have took advantage of that defense a whole lot more than we did. And a lot of that is just by design. Like you want to get out of there with the win, so you just keep running the football, which we want Hugh Freeze to do. But man, if this was Kiffin calling the plays, we'd have scored 50.
Yeah, but think about this, man. We scored in the 30s, man. So, and Hugh Freeze said himself, he admitted we left a touchdown on the field. He was like, when they got down on that drive where they kind of got away from the run, he said we should have kept running and we would have scored. He was like, Jackson Arnold wanted to take a shot, and he was like, I let him do it. It's my fault. He was like, I let him do it. But we should have ran the box. It was 5 in the box. He was like, if we would have ran, we would have scored again. You know what I'm saying? So
that gets you beat against Oklahoma. That gets you beat against Texas A&M. That gets you beat against Georgia. Like I mean, Nick has been saying it for days now. You can pass the ball on 2 high safety. You can throw the football on 2 high safety. So, I mean, like I said, I know why people are saying that the passing game left a lot to be desired, because I feel like we still could have taken advantage of that defense. They weren't the best on defense in that game. We definitely could have got the ball to Cam Coleman. We definitely could have got the ball to Eric Singleton. Even in the double team, there were several times where he was open in the flats. Where we could have gotten the ball. He could have made more happen. We could have passed that ball a lot more. And I'm wondering, like everybody else is, once we get into higher competition, will we be able to do that, or did we just choose not to? So that's a lot to, that's what I'm looking for in this game, is that passing game, the passing concepts. We talk a lot about that. Like, what does the route tree look like? Empty it out, man. I want to see everything you got. Like, at least show us something, so we can have some faith going into what is Oklahoma. I mean, and I say Oklahoma like South Alabama is not sitting right there. Listen, this conversation that we're having right now about Ball State would be completely different if we was talking about South Alabama. Because I think they have formidable competition. They always have a stout defense, and they always cover for you if you're a betting man. So I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's a lot that we can't learn a lot from this game, but there's a lot in this game that we can see that we haven't seen from this team.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. If y'all want to call in, there's a call in number right there, 334-521-2679. Again, 334-521-2679 is the call-in number. If you want to call in and join in on the conversation, man, there it is. Hit us up, 334-521-2679, man. Let's pivot this conversation a little bit, man, before we get up, before we exit out here, because I know it's Friday night, and I know a lot of people want to feel all right because the party's over there on the west side. And so
we just got paid.
Yeah, and it's Friday.
We just got paid.
Yeah, no. So I want to go around the SEC a little bit, man. Let's talk about the SEC because we got some interesting matchups that's coming up this weekend in the SEC. And I want to get y'all thoughts on it, man. I don't want to go through every one of them because a lot of them are some of what people consider cupcakes, but there are a couple of ones throughout the SEC that are interesting to look at, and that could be something to look at. First, I want to start out with South Florida and Florida, man. What's y'all take on that game? How are y'all feeling about that? Florida beat Long Island last week, 55-0. DJ Lagway only played like the first half, I want to say like the first 20, 25 minutes of the game, something like that. Y'all thoughts on that game? I'm gonna start with DC. What you thinking about that?
I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna be watching it, man. That if I had to have a upset alert game, that would be it.
I agree.
If that game right there, I'll be watching close, man, because South Alabama, man, USF, man, is a good team, man. You see, they took Bama to the wire 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Bama kind of eased out last year in the fourth quarter against them. But I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Florida, man. It wouldn't shock me. Not one.
Yeah, South Florida beat Boise State last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off of Boise State like they was a junior high team, bro. So it wouldn't. If I had to call an upset game, that would be it, man.
Okay. All right, Tiz, Marcus, what's your thoughts?
Same. I agree. To the words right out of my mouth. If Lagway don't come play, I think it could be an upset. I really want to see how long it takes for him to get hurt. I ain't wishing it on him, but I want to see. I want to see.
Jesus, Marcus,
he stays, bro.
That's not good. That's not good.
I'm just saying, because he stay getting hurt, bro. I just want to see how does he last the whole season. That's my question for Lagway.
If it was Florida's thing, if it's Florida fans in the chat, they are cussing you out right now.
I'm sorry, but y'all opts anyway, so who cares?
Wow. All right, man. Let's keep it moving, man. Next game on the schedule, Kansas is at Missouri. Bo Pribula. Bo Pribula is going to be the starting quarterback. Sam Horn injured himself in the first game. Bo Pribula looked good. Norfleet, their tight end, looks formidable. Shout out to Mr. Heaton. He called in and asked us the question about tight ends in the conference on Wednesday, man. So I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on that game, man. What do y'all think about this Kansas Missouri game that's gonna happen at 2:30 on ESPN2 this tomorrow?
That my friends is my upset pick. A lot of people lean towards the game we just talked about, but man, this is my upset pick because in this week, just looking at the temperature of it, I didn't realize. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I didn't realize how big of a rivalry that was. Kansas and Missouri. It's like a state line kind of rivalry. Like they really get it. They don't like these two teams. Do not like each other. And on top of that, Kansas, if I'm not mistaken, they returned their quarterback, right?
Yep.
He's pretty good. And they lose some on the back end with Kobe Bryant going to the NFL.
Yep.
I still feel like Kansas is a pretty decent team in what is a rivalry game. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if they squeak this game out in a 27-24 fashion, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm high on Missouri. I'm one of the highest people on Missouri. I like what I saw from Bo Pribula. You've heard me say, like, hey, they're perennial 10-win teams. I think they can do that again. But this matchup right here in week 2, I'm telling you, is one to be checking out for. Because I give you this, Bo Pribula wasn't the plan for them for Missouri. It was Sam, whatever his name is. I can't
Horn.
think of his last. Sam Horn. Yeah, he's the one that turned down the major league contract to play football, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the plan, right? And Bo Pribbler kind of, because of injury, he's the guy now. So in a week 2 against a team that's got a dynamic quarterback where you're gonna have to score points to kind of beat them. Yeah, it's gonna be, we gonna see what that plan is like. This is what I'm picking for my upset though. I'm taking 27 Kansas to Missouri's 24, something like that.
All right, man. We're gonna move it along, man. 6:30 p.m. on the ACC network, man. Vanderbilt travels to Blacksburg, Virginia, and they playing the Virginia Tech Hokies, man. Virginia Tech had, in my opinion, a very decent showing against South Carolina this past weekend. It was a defensive struggle game until the end where I think South Carolina's was just a little bit more talented than Virginia Tech towards the end of the game. Y'all thoughts on that game, man? What are y'all thinking on this game between Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech? Vanderbilt did beat Virginia Tech last year, but that was in Nashville. This year's on the road, and Vanderbilt had a very convincing win against Charleston Southern this past week, where they shut them out until the final couple of minutes of the fourth quarter where they only allowed a field goal. What's your thoughts on this game about Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I think Vanderbilt give him that second, that two-piece again. Give him the two-piece, SEC two-piece, man. Back SEC teams, man. Get on in the back of the bus, man.
I think it's a touchdown field goal game.
You think so?
Yep.
Is this in Virginia?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
It's at Blacksburg.
If the quarterback sputters the way he did against South Carolina, man,
Kyron Jones.
Yeah, I think Pavia them run away with it. Because I think Pavia them. Well, I believe Pavia them gonna hit the ground running, man. I don't think they're gonna sputter like Sellers them did on offense. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna score. So. You think they're gonna sputter?
Yep.
I think they're gonna sputter.
Pavia them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me.
I don't think they win this game, DC.
Really?
Yeah,
I think this game is very close, DC. I think you give Vanderbilt way too much credit.
Yeah, okay. I think it's close. Like, don't get it twisted, man. Yeah, Vanderbilt looked good against Charleston Southern last week. Like, let's be real. They look good against Charleston Southern. They did what they were supposed to do against an inferior opponent, which is what we hope Auburn does this week, tomorrow. But yeah, man, I said against. I was watching the Virginia Tech South Carolina game, and I was like, if Virginia Tech if they could just cut down on the penalties, because every time they got momentum, some penalty would happen, and it would push them back 15 yards, and then it would take the momentum away. Or if they could just have somebody that can get open and just catch a football. Now that's really what it was.
But see, that's the caveat, Dick. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
if they sputter like that, Vanderbilt gonna run away with. If they sputter, that's what my caveat is. They sputter
the
like
thing is, Virginia Tech's defense wasn't no slouch. They weren't no slouch against South Carolina
at all. And I think
Sellers
is a better quarterback.
That was a game. That was a better quarterback at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. And like Virginia Tech was playing defense. Like I don't know if the emotions of the game had anything to do with it. With it being Beamer, what side Beamer gonna choose and all type of stuff like that. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But Virginia Tech played a hell of a defensive game against them until the end, where I think just South Carolina's talent just kind of just overshadowed them, and it was like, yeah, man, we just can't. Like, you had the opportunity. Like, the one thing I was watching the game, I was like, what South Carolina is doing is they're keeping them in the game, and they're keeping it close. That if one play gets Virginia Tech momentum, it could be over with for South Carolina. But unfortunately enough, it didn't happen. So I don't know. What y'all think? You still do y'all? Okay, I ask this question: do you think this game is? Do you think this is a close game going in the fourth quarter? Do you think this is, or do you think Vanderbilt goes on the road and handles business and have this probably wrapped up going into the fourth quarter?
Who? You see that? Because I think it's gonna be a touchdown field goal game. I think it's gonna be close.
Okay. You think it's gonna be a touchdown field goal game? Okay. You think?
Yeah. I think like you said. I really respected what the Virginia Tech defense was able to do against South Carolina, and I feel like Sellers is a better quarterback than Pavia. So I feel like that Virginia Tech defense is going to keep them in the game. It's all depending on what that offense looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I like Virginia Tech in this game. And I like this, and probably by a little bit more points than we thinking. Like I think maybe 10 to 2 scores, somewhere like 10 to 14 points. Virginia Tech, with the quarterback Drones.
Yeah, Kyron Jones.
If he were in the SEC, he'd be in the top half of the conference as far as quarterbacks go.
Really?
Man, this kid,
I haven't watched him like
He
that.
gonna be in the
This
SEC.
kid-
He gonna be in the top half of the conference in the ACC.
yeah, this kid is tough. You gotta understand, this kid is tough. Then they got those running backs with Stewart, and I think the other one's Hawkins, number 27. He's just absolute animal. Look for a lot of run game in here. You got to understand Vanderbilt. As much as we talk about Vanderbilt, they was a 6-win team last year. I think that this game looks a lot like the South Carolina game, just in reverse. Kind of like what Nick says. I think this game is probably close a little bit until right in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden the talent kind of takes over. I think that they are going. I think that Virginia Tech is going to be relieved not to play against that South Carolina pass rush.
So you're saying, so what y'all telling me is that it was more the defenses were good and not the offenses were bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this: if Virginia Tech had not played South Carolina in the previous week and they had played a cupcake, I might pick Vanderbilt to win this game. But they played a very tough team, and they played that team very, very well.
good. Yeah,
And they're not gonna see a defense like that
Oh, it was a
probably
four-quarter
all
game.
season.
That was a 4-quarter game. That's what that
Yep.
was.
I think
They're
this
definitely not gonna see a pass
rush.
rush like that all season. Like listen, Drones is gonna be relieved that he doesn't have to run for his life in this game.
All right, let's keep it moving, man. Last year this team went into Oxford and beat Ole Miss in a close game, man. Kentucky and Ole Miss played this weekend, 2:30 on ABC. Ole Miss is traveling to Lexington. Old Lane Kiffin, old Mark Stoops, they back at it again. You see your thoughts on this game, man? What are you thinking, man? Who gets the win?
I think Lane Kiffin gonna boat race some dudes, man.
What?
Yeah, I think he's gonna boat race them.
Okay.
I think let's get back, man. Let's get back, man, because they went into Lane Kiffin them stadium and beat them last year. But I think, man, this is get back. Lane Kiffin gonna make a statement. That's what I think.
All right.
And then this is like, man, Kentucky didn't all look that impressive with who they play Saturday. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think they get boat race, bro.
All right, fellas, who y'all think?
I think Ole Miss get that lit back. I don't think it's gonna be a beat down, but I think they get that lit back.
Yeah.
Say 17 point game.
17 is a blowout, bro.
That's a blowout, bro.
You said.
No, I'm saying the same thing with you, Marcus. I think it's gonna be at least 14 points.
Don't feel good about 17 points.
Yeah.
I look at blowouts like 21, 28.
Oh, okay.
In this day and age, I look at it as like the 65 to 7. What we thinking? We're gonna do the Ball State. That's what I look at as a blowout. Like.
Okay, I got you.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think, man, I'm going with Ole Miss in this game. Very close. Very close. And the only reason I'm going with Ole Miss in this game is because Lane Kiffin is really good in revenge games. He takes those persons. He's a petty person. So, like, he takes those revenge games very seriously. But at Kentucky is not a walk in the park. I just want y'all to know that.
I go to Kroger Field, baby. Kroger Field. They got to go to Kroger Field.
And Ole Miss doesn't have particularly the best offensive line returning. So it's a recipe for a very, very close contest.
Could be. Yeah. And Mark Stoops normally does have his teams up to play.
And what time this game kick off?
It is Ole Miss 2:30 on ABC.
2:30 on ABC. They better be beating the brakes out of them before like 4 or 5 o'clock when it get dark. Because nighttime in Kentucky almost rivals LSU. Like they pull out. Think about what they did to Georgia at night last year in that game.
13-12.
Now Georgia won.
Hey, we went in there. We went in there and put hands on them though. Quez put hands on them cats, man.
That is true. That's true.
Quez almost put up 300 yards rushing on them cats, man.
They didn't want to do that though.
All right, man. Let's keep it moving because we gonna get it in, get it out, man. All right, man. Gotta go to Stark Vegas, man. Arizona State. Coach Kenny Dillon basically saying he don't know where they're gonna stay at, but
what?
What? Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, you had to see the interview he did. He did an interview basically saying something about guys staying in certain places. When they have to go to places, they have to stay like an hour and a half away because they don't stay at hotels as casinos and stuff like that. And then guys have to eat certain foods because their stomach was hurting, and he had to get people last year against Texas State. They got to go to Arizona State has to go to Starkville, not knowing that Arizona State is in the desert. Like, come on, bro. Like, Tempe is literally in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, let's be real. There's no shot small. But Arizona State travels to Mississippi State this year. Last year, I believe this was I can't remember the score of the game last year, but I think it was a touchdown game for Arizona State against Mississippi State last year. Now Mississippi State has revamped their whole defense. You saw them last week against Southern Miss, and they got out early on Southern Miss. Kind of let off the gas a little bit. Southern Miss came back in, ended up winning that game by 17 points. Y'all thoughts on this game, man? Arizona State, playoff team from last year. Y'all already know how I feel about Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State gonna win 6 games and go bold. What do y'all think? What are y'all thoughts on this game, Marcus? What you thinking?
They Arizona State run away with this one. I guess if we call them blowout 17 points, I think that's a blowout.
Yeah, I disagree with you, but go ahead, DC, your thoughts.
Yeah, I think this is the first game, man. Start putting that nail in that 6-game coffin. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. Okay. All right. Dez, your thoughts.
Yeah. Hey, I listen. As more I look at the schedule, I think that they will win, get really close to those 6 games. I just don't think that this is one of them.
Yeah, that's it.
Buddy.
I'm with you on 6 games. I just don't think this is one of the 6.
I really like Arizona State compared to Mississippi State defensively, and I like the quarterback position for Arizona State that returned Levitt. And that just feels like, for some reason, it just feels like a game that's close but ends up being a 10-point game. So I'm going to take. I'm going to say something like 35-28. That ain't even 10 points, but something like that. 35-28 Arizona State.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this, Dick. I want Mississippi State to win, man. I really do. Because I want to see you on the show Monday when they win. You know what I'm saying? I really want them. I want them to win, bro. For that reason.
And when I say 35-28,
taking a lot of flack, Nick.
I'm talking about a game where people look at Mississippi State and
I just want
even
to be
in a loss is like, man, they look good.
My thing about the flag is I don't care. I've looked at the schedules. I've looked at both teams. I made my decisions and my picks. I just feel like people just look at brands and just make a decision off of just the brand of Mississippi State instead of actually looking at the schedule and the roster. But, it is what it is. I guess it is what it is. But Mississippi State wins this game by 10 points. By 10 points.
You said Mississippi State gonna win by 10 points?
Yes.
Okay. I hope they do, man. I really hope they do.
How high scoring you got?
I got this game. I got Mississippi State probably scoring somewhere in the range of like 38, 42. So I think it's probably I give you a range. I think this is probably somewhere between a 7 to 10 point win for Mississippi State. So I probably got like 42-35, 45-30, 45-38, somewhere in that range. I think it's a high scoring game.
I honestly, you know what I think this game ends up looking like? The Auburn Baylor game. I think Mississippi State's put up a lot of offense, a lot of yardage on offense. They pass the ball around a lot, but I think that Sam Levitt in that running game in Arizona just controls the game for the majority of the game, and they get out of there with a win. That's what I feel like that game looks like. And then at the end of it, we sitting there looking at Mississippi State like, man, it's a lot of teams that's not going to be able to beat that.
I don't think Arizona State has a running game.
But that would be, man, that would be a statement though. If you didn't they won the Big 12 last year, right? Arizona State. So you taking the Big 12 champ that went to the playoffs, and then the worst team in the SEC beating them by 10 points, man.
They lost a lot though, Arizona
And
State.
then, hey, and that's the same person who don't believe in SEC.
Yeah, I'm not having.
Please don't.
Listen, I'm not having that argument because as soon as you had an argument, the first thing people go to is national championships. And the question was, is the SEC a conference, a deep conference? And the answer, and for me, it's still no, it's not. But it is what it is.
I was just saying that this, you know what I'm saying? I was saying that would be a statement for the worst team in the SEC to beat the, last year's Big 12 champ.
Yeah, because Arizona State lost a lot on their team.
Yeah.
They didn't.
They did lose a lot. I give you that.
I mean, they lost Cam Scatterboo, who was the guy. He not there no more. I don't think their running game is that is good, and stuff like that. I mean, they beat Northern Arizona 38-19. That was a 19-point win. They beat against Northern Arizona. So I'm just telling you. I mean, like teams change from year to year. So
sure.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much from Arizona State this year. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay.
And with what Mississippi State did in the offseason, basically all they had to do was just basically get a better defense and get a better pass rush, and that's what they did in the quarter all offseason, and it showed against Southern Miss. But we'll see what happens, man. All right, man. We're gonna end it off right here, man. With what is probably the biggest game of the weekend. Michigan travels to Norman, Oklahoma. Michigan Wolverines and the Oklahoma Sooners will face off at 6:30 on ABC tomorrow night, man. I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on this game, man, and what y'all think y'all gonna see in this Oklahoma Michigan game. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, I go first. I mean, I kind of gave my opinion on this on Jason's show. I got the score at 17-10. 17-10.
Okay.
17-10 Oklahoma. 17-10 Oklahoma in a very, very defensive focused game. Feel like at the end of this game, I'm drawing blanks. The quarterback from Michigan, freshman.
Underwood.
Mm-hmm. At the end of this game, Underwood becomes a better quarterback. I compared this game to when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. I think you have a true freshman going up against Brett Venables, and he's going to take his lumps. But after that, he's going to be great. After seeing that defense and seeing those disguises and seeing what Venables does to freshman quarterbacks, after seeing that, he's going to be great. He's going to be a great quarterback. This game almost is in the perfect position for this season for them to go on and do some great things. So I just feel like what Brett Venables does to quarterbacks is a masterclass. After you see that, everything else becomes easy. I still feel like Michigan recruits defense very well. Feel like they're going to be strong in the interior once again. They have another first rounder at D tackle. And I feel like they're going to limit Oklahoma in playing, you got John Mateer, you got Jay. It seems like Jaden is an afterthought in that offense for some reason. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem like they, not like Cal. Cal actively gave him the ball a lot. I don't see that with Oklahoma. And Mateer, of course, he's first year in the SEC, but this is not even this is a Big Ten team. But it's one of the most SEC-like Big Ten teams that you can find because they're going to play stout defense and they're going to run the football. So, yeah, that's what I think from this game, man. I think, Michigan gets out of there with a touchdown and a field goal. I think somehow Oklahoma gets 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They win this game. And after that, you see great things from Underwood, man.
I got Michigan winning this game, and it's by a touchdown as well, like you said, Ted. It's by a touchdown. I got, like you said, 17-24. I got Michigan controlling the clock. Oklahoma struggling to stop the run, and basically Michigan figuring out how to come up with a late game stop, winning this game.
Man, this is a hard game, man, because Michigan coming in with a freshman quarterback, man, and Venables on the other side, that's gonna be a chess match in itself. But I think Michigan is not gonna put him in harm's way, and I think they're just gonna run the ball like they did on Alabama. That's just kind of what I'm thinking.
I agree.
So I'm thinking, man, God, I'm gonna just flip a coin.
This ain't Alabama though.
Yeah, I know. I'm I'm gonna flip a coin, man. I'm gonna go Michigan by 3 points, man. I'm gonna go Michigan by 3 points. And this is the let me say this lastly. This is the game with Oklahoma quarterback. I need to see this guy, John Mateer. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him perform. I haven't really seen him perform, and he's getting so much glazing, man. I want to see what he really do. He might make a believer out of me Saturday, but I'm gonna go Michigan by 3 points.
Oklahoma wins this game by at least 10 points.
He said at least 10. Okay. I had 7. He said 10.
Oklahoma wins the game by at least 10 points.
Okay.
Tell me why, Nick.
Man, Oklahoma wins the game. I feel like the reason Oklahoma wins this game by at least 10 is, for one, Oklahoma's defense is better than what people think they are. I'm telling you that, especially with Brent Venables calling the plays. I'm trying to tell y'all, Brent Venables is in his bag. When Brent Venables is in his bag calling plays, it's difficult for the opposing offense and things, stuff like that. Michigan still can't throw the ball. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And he gonna shut the running game down and gonna force them to find a way to throw the football. And Underwood gonna have to figure out some type of way to get loose and try to make something happen. On the offensive side of the ball, man, I keep trying to tell everybody. I keep trying to tell y'all, John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle as a package is legit. I'll be trying to tell y'all, it's legit. And this man threw for 392 yards this past week, 3 touchdowns. I'm not saying he could do that against Michigan, but you probably gonna
play Rockefeller Saturday. Man.
Probably gonna see him using
the Rock.
Play Rockefeller Saturday, man.
He did. Hey, they still had to step on the field and play. So
for sure. So how many yards you think he put up against Michigan passing?
I think he'd be somewhere around the 230, 240 mark. I think he'll probably end up putting like probably another 80, 90 on the ground.
80 or 90 on Michigan?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh, he gonna put up 90 yards rushing on Michigan?
Yes.
Michigan?
I think it's gonna be a sloppy game from both sides.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a sloppy game from both offenses. I just think that the potential for Oklahoma to score a defensive touchdown in this game is very high when you have a freshman quarterback that can be fooled.
Agree.
So when I picked that 17-10, one of those touchdowns from Oklahoma is probably gonna come off the defensive end.
Okay.
I just don't see it, man. I got too much respect for Brett Venables and what he puts on the field than to think that a true freshman quarterback is gonna come in there and perform well. And I think if he doesn't perform well, Michigan can't win that game. Now, like I said, it's like when Canelo fought Floyd. So after you see that masterclass, all of a sudden after that you become better at what you do. I think he'll become a better passer. He'll become like when you don't have to see all those disguises and all those trickeries and things, and you have to be patient and you learn how to pass the ball against, he's seeing the best of the best in week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's in the best of the best. Your second game in college, you go against Brett Venables in an Oklahoma defense. Man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. But like I said, I still got
Oklahoma gonna come out with a W.
Oklahoma winning that game. Yeah.
All right, man. It is what it is. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler tonight. Hey, as y'all know, tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. Eastern, man. 6:15 p.m. Central Time. Excuse me. 15 minutes before kickoff, your boy will be in the locker room, man. We watching the game, live game watch, live react to the game. Get to interact with you in the chat as well, man. So make sure you tune in with us and come chill out with us as we watch Ball State Auburn, man. We'll get a chance to critique what we see on the field and just talk about what's happening, man. So we appreciate that. And then right after that, man, head over to Auburn Addicts TV for the official post-game reaction show. Tiger Vent with here.
Yes, sir.
With DC Wolf. And Tez, Tez, are you gonna be at Tez? Or are you gonna be at the game?
Well, that's what I was about to say. When I don't know. I had made plans to be here, like maybe on the phone or something, but I actually got good news. I got my media access for the Tuskegee game, so I will be on the sidelines of that game, recording highlights and content. So, If I can make it into this game, I will make an appearance, maybe on the phone. I'm not sure how that, because they both play at the same time. I try to make an appearance, man. But honestly, I'm just gonna tell y'all now. I'm probably going. If I do make an appearance, I will have seen very little of this football game. So my opinion will be based solely on what you guys are telling me.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to make an appearance though, definitely.
Okay.
There it is, man. Also as well, man, make sure that you follow these YouTube channels on YouTube at It's SEC Season, at Tight Sports, at Alabama Football Megacast, at Auburn Addicts TV, at the Uptempo Podcast with our guy Dustin over there, at Sharpshooter Sports Talk, at the Golden Broom Podcast with Vandy Chris, and at the Huggy Beard himself as well. And of course, JMHO Sports Talk, just my humble opinion, Sports Talk with Coach Sean, and On the Block Sports with Coach Carl. Make sure that you follow those guys over there as well. And for all the Harsin people that didn't like Harsin, I'm just giving stats real quick. You know, Harsin OC at Cal, 356 total yards, 234 passing yards, 122 rushing yards, 5.7 yards per play in a win this past weekend.
Who they play?
Play Oregon State. Play Oregon State. So trying to tell y'all what could have been. Hey, but you know, what could have been?
Oregon State.
What's wrong with Oregon State? Oregon State is what's wrong with Corvallis? What's wrong with Corvallis, Oregon? What's wrong with Corvallis?
I think they take all their classes.
Nothing. I actually apologize for calling the Big 12 championship trash. So
I'm just messing with you.
Nothing. I apologize to my Big 12 brethren, man. That y'all, you know, nothing. There's nothing wrong with them, man.
I guess, man.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Like you said, I think Oregon State is one of those schools where your kids get free tickets and they make AB on the road.
Wow.
Free tickets to the game.
Like the Pac-12 with Washington State.
All right, let's get up out of here, man. DC, tell them they can find you at, my guy.
At Auburn _Addicts on all platforms, man. At Auburn Addicts TV on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Come see us, man.
Say, where can they find you at, my guy?
Man, you can find me at It's SEC Season here on the YouTube streets and on Twitter and on every platform. It's the same at It's SEC Season. Man, listen, you guys want to tune in next Tuesday for this ranking show, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7. This is when we go live. But it's doing a lot better than I even expected. Just a lot of fun. If you have not joined us for a live, please join us for a live. Become a part of the Keyboard Collective, bro. We are doing some amazing things. There's a lot of fun over there, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man. Hey, as I said, I'll be live tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 15 minutes before kickoff. Come in the locker room, man. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. Try to give you a nice, very aesthetically pleasing I don't know what's the word. Show. There it is. It is what it is, man. You're right, Tim. I am the super villain because or I don't think like everybody else because I see things differently. You know, it is what it is. I saw somebody in the chat earlier say they asked about the intro again. And I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Asking about this intro. So I'm gonna figure out a way to make this intro make it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out with this intro. I'll figure it out. But we're gonna get out of here, man. Like I said, tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, man. And then right after that, the official post-game reaction show, Auburn Addicts, Tiger Vent. All right, we're gonna get out of here, man. Marcus, what you gotta say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Man, hey, check in with me tomorrow. Bring your toilet tissue and let's turn on.
Let's go.
All right, man. We out this thing, man. As always, man. Y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all get a man upstairs above his because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. And until then, it is one love. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out this mug. Holla. Peace.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.